I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine earlier. We were talking about manifestations and just how powerful they can be. Sidebar, I really hate typing. I think it is the most ghetto thing in the world. Hawaii BBW, what's good, love? Heavenly Llama, what's good? Net, what's good with you? I think that there's massive value in manifestation. However, I think the biggest part that was missed over the course of our conversation is the fact that work has to come along with that. It's not enough to just try and manifest what it is that you want. You still got to put the work in. And I think a lot of people, they'll try to essentially cut the line, if that makes sense, in terms of what they're seeking to manifest because they're impatient. Or, like, I hope what I'm saying makes sense. Like, the whole time we were talking, all I could think about was, you do know you still got to put the work in, right? And the whole time, like, she kept giving me excuses. And the way I operate, you know what I'm saying? I got to remember that not everybody friends the way I friend, if that makes sense, right? So when I'm locked in with my friends, I'm going to give you brutal honesty, right? You have access to my network just as well as I have access to yours. And by network, I mean those that I'm in contact with, those that I'm doing business with, right? That's why I don't call everybody friend, right? So in that, just as well as I'm providing those things for you, we're providing value to one another. I have to remember that not everybody friends the same way, right? So as we're talking, I'm like, sis, respectfully, you bullshitting me. And she was like, what you mean? And I was just like, you're not being honest with yourself. And long story short, because I don't want to put her business out in the street, that was just, something that I said to her to kind of give her that kick, you know what I mean? Long story short, we concluded the conversation. It was maybe about an hour later. She hit me back. She texted me, thanks, Aunt. Me taken aback by it, I was just like, thanks for what? She was like, thanks for always being honest. And it's kind of what got me into doing this live, because like I said, I'm sitting here. Let me just show you on my laptop. I'm working on my website right now. So I'm like actively working on my website. And I was just sitting here meditating on that word of like, how many folk out here got people around them that's not being honest with them? Like, hard down, I'm going to keep it funky with you, regardless of whether you like it or not. And then if you don't, my question then becomes, why do you have people around you that's not being honest with you? Why do you got people around you that's not keeping it a stack with you about what you got going on and where you trying to go, right? Now let's peep this too. One of the things that I was listening to one of my mentors, Dr. Eric Thomas. I was listening to his podcast, and he said that when he first started off making his videos, right? He told his mom, hey, I want to do the YouTube thing, right? And he was like, Mom, I'm going to be a millionaire, and YouTube is going to be the way that I make it. And she said, no, boy, don't worry about that YouTube stuff, da-da-da. And he said, respectfully, Mom, I can't listen to you because you're not a millionaire. Initially, my first thought was, and I'm going to tie all of this in. I got y'all. Because I know some of y'all probably like, ask me, where the fuck are you going with this? I'm going to tie it all in, I promise. Immediately, my first thought was to argue. I'm like, you don't have to be a millionaire to teach someone how to become a millionaire. However, what is necessary, though, is the experience. And sometimes when we're trying to get to a certain place in our life, the person that's advising us, if they haven't at least been in the vicinity of what they're trying to advise you on respectfully, there's certain things that you can't tell me. I'll give it to you this way when it comes to social media, because that's what specifically I was giving her advice on. I said, we've built over 1 million on TikTok. We've built 40,000 over on Instagram. We've built almost 30,000 over on YouTube. Respectfully, I know what I'm doing when it comes to social media. I know how to build a platform. Now, depending on how far you're trying to go with it, that will determine whether or not you think that I have the vision in order to get you there. However, if you are, I don't want to say less than, because I don't like to think of people as less than. If you're still in that building process as it relates to your platform size, and I'm seeking to advise you on something, it would behoove you to at least listen at the bare minimum. Offer criticism thereafter, but at least listen. Where am I going with all of this? When she said thank you for being honest with me, I had to think back to myself of how many people do I have close to me that are not being honest with me. I shouldn't have to do these little, I call them pseudo-intellectual tests. I shouldn't have to do all that to figure out whether or not you're going to be a good friend in that moment, or whether or not you're going to try to kiss some ass to get by. At the end of the day, one of the things that will always stand true is that right is right and wrong is wrong until the end of the moon. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And sometimes some of the roughest decisions we will make in our lifetime will be some of the most uncomfortable. Sometimes some of the roughest decisions as it relates to getting people out of our lives, it's going to be some of the roughest decisions you've ever made in your life. But here's the question you got to ask yourself. Watch this. How bad do you want it? As I sit here at 2 o'clock in the morning, I haven't even been to sleep yet. I got to get up in like 6 hours and go to work. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm up grinding, working on my website. Watch this. Don't miss the lesson. You got to put the work in. And if you're not going to be willing to put the work in, stop being upset at results you're not going to get from work that you're not putting in. And that's what I wanted to instill in her. I'm like, hey, if you're going to, and I had to, I've gotten to a point in my life, and many of you have to get to this point in your life, right? Hey, check this out. This is what I'm about to do. Because some of y'all so focused on the comment section that y'all not getting this lesson. So I'm going to go sub only, right? So that y'all can actually sit back and listen. Excuse me, sir, why are you awake? I'm working on my website, Cass. I really want y'all to get this lesson in. And sometimes the devil and distractions will come in all shapes, forms, and sizes. So just sit back while we on subscriber only. So if you're going to be distracted, at least be a paid distractor. Okay? Stop distracting my comment section. And for those of you going to war for me, I appreciate you. But just sit back and listen. See, that be the problem. Y'all be so focused on other. Y'all know I love teaching. Y'all be so focused on the little things that you missing the message right now. And many of y'all, that's where you at right now. You so focused on the little things that you're missing the message. And the message right here, right now, is pay attention. Because somebody going to learn something. Somebody's going to go to the next level as a result of what's being stated right here, right now. Somebody needs this. The ancestors and spirit didn't just tell me to go live for no reason. Somebody needs this. Respectfully. And that's a lesson in and of itself. When quality information is being passed, when you're in the vicinity, watch this. When you're in the vicinity of greatness, there's 120 something great people in this live right here, right now. When you're in the vicinity of greatness, it will behoove you to sit back and listen. Because many of you, the reason why you can't get to the next level, the reason why you can't go where you're trying to go, the reason why you can't get to where you're trying to get to is because you're too busy being distracted. You're too busy giving into distractions. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. So pay attention. Watch this. Some of you can't afford to not pay attention. Hello, somebody. So back to the lesson. When you have people around you, you must ensure that you are not only doing your due diligence to assist them, but watch this, that reciprocity is present. If you can only clap when you are winning, you are a shitty friend. You are a horrible supporter. If the only time you can fix your hands to clap is when you are winning, you are a horrible person. Oh, I'm convicting you. Yup. If you can't clap for nobody else but yourself, you're not going to get far in life. I promise you that. Because watch this. What does it take away from me to clap for you? What does it take away from me in the grand scheme of things to be happy for you? Nothing. What does it take away from me in the grand scheme of things to put you in position to be successful? Now watch this, because what my man Easy to Block kept to say, there's a lesson in every bar, right? Now watch this. Everybody can't go. I got to take this off a sub only really quickly, because I need to see these testimonies real quick in these comment section. Everybody can't go where you're trying to go. And many of you, and y'all have heard me say this, many of you, the reason why you can't get to that level that you're trying to get to, because you're too busy thinking that everybody need to be where you are. And some of those same people, watch this, are sabotaging what you're trying to build. My grandmother used to tell us as children, be careful who you allow to hold your proverbial ladder of success. I said, what? Girl, I'm 12 years old. Why do I care about a ladder to success? She said, everybody can't hold your proverbial ladder of success. Now watch this. I didn't get it until I got older. Watch this. As you're climbing that ladder of success, guess what happens? You reach the highest point, right? Now watch this. Some people will clap for you on your way up, right? And then there are others that are waiting on the opportunity for you to make one misstep, and they're going to push your ladder down. Because it's cool when you're building. It's not cool when you start building more than them. Hello, somebody. It's cool when you're doing what you need to do in order to be successful. But the moment what? Oh my God, somebody's going to miss this lesson. It's cool when you building, right? Until you start building next to them. And they start feeling as though, oh, God, I almost slapped my laptop. It's cool when you building, right? Until you start building next to them. Now you got to catch this. If I'm building with my friends, my team, right? Watch this. You can't do what I'm trying to do. Respectfully. At the end of the day, we may be in the same industry, but you ain't got the drive that I got. You ain't got the passion that I got. You ain't got the willpower that I have. Right? So watch this. As I'm building over here, you're building over here, right? It takes nothing away from us to work together. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. And the reason, God, somebody's going to miss this because you're too busy paying attention to what you got going on around you right now. Focus. Somebody needed to hear that. Focus. The reason why you can't get to the next level, right, is because you're showing too many people your blueprints. Oh, y'all know I love me a good metaphor. When you're in the talk to me nice. When you're in the building process, right, before you even think about building, let's take it back before the blueprint. You got to scope out the land. I got tears in my eyes right now, bruh. You got to scope out the land. You got to ask yourself, where am I trying to go? What lane do I want to be in? What industry do I want to break into? Right? You got to scope out the land. I'm teaching right now. Y'all better pay attention. Where do I want to be? What industry do I want to be in? What lane do I want to get in? Right? Now watch this. Some of you will be far too focused on what other people are doing that you miss your own blessing. Why? Because you're too worried about what the people... God, let's break this down. Anyone that has ever driven a vehicle on the highway, right? You know, you got the fast lane, you got the intermediate lane, and then you got the exit lane. Watch this. We're going to get back to the land and the building process. I promise you. I'm going to drive you right to the building of your establishment. Just rock with me, okay? Some of you are in the exit lane and you think you need to be in the fast lane. And what happens when you get in the fast lane is you slow down those that actually have the willpower, watch this, to get going, to get to where they need to get to, right? So the fast lane is going 60 miles an hour. You know you only have the capacity to go 30. It's not that you can't go... Oh my God, don't miss this. It's not that you can't go 60. You just haven't broke through that threshold yet to get to 60. That's to say that you're in the beginning stages of your blessing. And there's some experiences that you need to have in order to get to that 60. But the problem is many of you try to skip over. Oh my God. You try to merge over into the lane of those that's going 60, right? And then you don't listen to the beeps. Oh my God. Please don't miss this. You don't listen to the beeps. The beeps are the warning signs. The beeps are the people that are showing you backstabbing, disloyal behavior. But we cloud it out. Why? Because guess what? Your radio was turned up too loud. You can't hear them folk beeping in the fast lane because your music is up too loud. And guess what happens? You cause a collision. You cause a collision. Because what happened was your music was up too loud. That's indicative of the distractions in your life. It was far too loud for you to hear the cries of those that were trying to give you what you needed in order to go 60. Put your foot on the gas. Many of you are braking in the fast lane. Put your foot on the gas. You either do it all the way or don't do it at all. And some of you, watch this. Let's land the plane. Some of you need to get the hell off the highway. Hello, somebody. You ain't built for the highway. You need to stay on the street. Come on, somebody. All right, let's get off the highway. Let's get off the highway. Boom. You get off the highway, right? Now we need to get you to your destination, right? We need to get you to the building of your establishment. Somebody better be screen recording this because I promise y'all I'm teaching right now. You get to your land, right? Whatever industry it is that you want to break into, right? Now you're looking at the foundation. A strong structure cannot be built on a faulty foundation. Oh my God. A strong structure cannot be built on a faulty foundation. Now watch this. As you're in that building process, right? You lay the foundation. Now you're looking at the blueprints of what you're trying to build. Everybody don't need to know what your blueprints look like. I'm going to say that one more time. Everybody don't need to know what your blueprints look like. Now, let me back up a little bit. When it comes to social media, watch this. As we're in our building process of whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish, whether it's get a new job, whether it's start a new project, etc., everybody don't need to know that. And this is coming from me. I had to learn this, and I'm teaching it to y'all so that y'all don't make the same mistakes that I did. Now, watch this. It's only a loss if you don't learn from it. Come on, somebody. It's only a loss if you don't learn from it. Y'all, it is 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up making fine tunes on my website. Grind now so you can have success later. Now watch this. Let's keep going. Everybody can't watch. Everybody don't need to look at your blueprints, right? Now watch this. Let's say, just for sake of numbers, you only got 5 stories, right? You build up your 5 stories. Those people that are around you while you are building those 5 stories, those are the people that you need to keep around you, but you got to watch them. You got to watch them because guess what? Now they have advanced knowledge about what you got going on, right? And if you don't have good people around you, some of those same people, oh my God, don't miss this. Some of those same people will take your blueprints and go give it to the competition. The same ones that you trusted with your gift, with your dream, with your desires, with your goals will go and give it to the competition. Now watch this. This is when that confidence got to take over. Watch this. This is when that willpower starts to kick in, right? When you say, You can't do what I do. You kind of walk different and talk different. You can't do what I do. So I'm so confident in who I am and what I bring to the table. I can give you my blueprints, but guess what? You'll never build the way I build, because watch this. They ain't got the vision. Listen to what I'm telling you. When your enemies, right? Now, I don't mean to get religious on y'all. I'm not very religious, but I am spiritual. But there's certain scriptures that my grandma taught us as children that just kind of stick out, right? It's write the vision and make it plain, right? I can give you my blueprints, but you ain't got the vision. So while I'm building my 5 stories on this amazing foundation, you went and took my blueprints. You don't know what oh my God, don't miss this. You don't know what my foundation consists of. That's what you went through as a child, what you went through as a young adult, what you're going through as an adult. They don't know what it took to build that foundation. So now what they're doing is they're building, right? Watch this. They're building on a faulty foundation. So now when they think that they can recreate what it is that you've built, and it begins to, watch this. It begins to topple over, because they built your structure on a faulty foundation. Now watch this, because it's a lesson in every bar. Shout out to Easy the Block Captain. As you're building, right? Be careful who you have around you during that process. Be careful who you have around you during that process. Because even those people, devoid of giving away your blueprints, they can make or break your business. They can make or break your life. Why? Because you're allowing them, watch this, you're allowing them access. Be careful who you're giving access to. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Be careful who you are giving access to your life. Be careful who you are giving access to your vision. Be careful who you're giving access to your relationship. Be careful who you're giving access to your parenting. Be careful who you're giving access to your dream. Because everybody, they don't see it the same way. And what I want to do, what I seek to do, if nothing else in this moment, is to show you all that we need to be more focused on who we are building with. And that's the whole thing that I could think about during the entire duration of our call. And I was like, friend, do you realize who you're friends with? Like, I'm not trying to be smart. I'm not trying to talk down to you. Do you realize who you're friends with? It's certain things that when you are my friend, you can't bring to me. Negative energy, doubts, self-doubt. No, we don't play that over here. And when I start seeping into it, I need those around me, watch this, to pull me out. To pull me out. That's why I don't have a circle. I don't have a square. I don't have a posse. I got a front line of soldiers, of dogs that's willing to get their hands and their feet dirty for what it is that they want. Legally, of course, because apparently we got to say that. I keep dogs around me that really want to be successful, that really want to go to the next level. And I promise you, as you watch me continue to climb, a lot of people are going to fall off. Because I pray every year, January 1st of every year, I don't make New Year's resolutions. I make New Year's realizations. That in the new year, there's some people, there's some things that can't come with me. But sometimes, watch this, and this goes into knowing yourself. You got to know yourself. Before you know anything else, before you can be honest with anybody else, you got to know self first. I'm hard-headed. I'm hard-headed as hell. I get way too many chances, and I got a big-ass heart. Spirit know. The ancestors know. So there are sometimes when spirit got to step in like, hey, I know you're a little blinded because of how great of a friend you are, but let me show you this real quick. So if you continue to keep this person around you, you're doing it because you want to do it. This person is going to sabotage what you got going on. You just got to pay attention. It's little subtle things. Like when you tell them about something that you got going on and they That's cool. We just laugh it off. Girl, you crazy. Boy, stop playing, man. Nah, pay attention. Pay attention. We are at a point in our lives where it's go time. It's go time. It's go time. And somebody needs to hear this right now. It's go time. It's go time, y'all. And we got to get focused. We got to get focused. And some of y'all are wasting time getting around people that are building you up on false pretenses. I'm going to say that one more time. Some of you are out here wasting time because you're being built up by people under false pretenses. If the people around you are not going to be honest with you, you don't need them around you. You don't need them around you. If the people around you at the bare minimum are afraid to be honest with you, if you are afraid to be honest with your friends, they don't need to be around you. And I promise you, it's going to be one of the roughest decisions you've ever had to make in your life. But we got to remember two things. Number one, everybody ain't your friend. And number two, you can't expect you from everybody else. We got to start listening to people, seeing them from here, not here, seeing them from here. Means, what do I mean by that? I speak, you're pointing to your head. You said, see them for what they are, but you're pointing to your head. You got to start noticing those patterns, those slow claps, those little subtle jabs at your projects, those little subtle jabs at what you got going on. You got to notice it from here. There's something specific that goes here. Those of you that are spiritual, you know what I'm talking about. I don't really get too crazy into spirit because my journey is my journey. Your journey is yours. But those of you that knows what's here, yeah, we here with it. Make sure you are paying attention to those that you keeping around you. Now let's land the plane. Let's land the plane. Because right now we hovering. We're on final. Watch this. We about to land. You've realized where your lane is, right? You've recognized you are at a stage when you need to get off. You've identified the land. You've set your foundation. You've built your structure. Now watch this. While those around you may not see your value, there is someone waiting in the wing to come by and offer you a very exclusive contract. Because guess what? They see the value in what you've built. They see the value in what you are continuing to build. Because watch this. Once you build it once, you can build it twice. You can build it 3 times. You can build it 4 times. You can build it 5 times, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And that's on ASL. You can duplicate it over and over and over and over again. Now watch this. If you do not, don't miss this. If you do not build your dream, this was by far one of the most prophetic quotes I've ever heard. That literally, it's what keeps me up at night, grinding to what it is that I want and desire out of life. If you do not build your dream, watch this. Come. Somebody else will hire you to build theirs. I'm going to say that one more time. If you do not build your own dream, somebody else will hire you to build theirs. The question then becomes, How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? And what are you willing to do to get there? I can't answer that for you, but I can answer it for me. I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning when I got to be to work at 8, working on a website for my business, working on my LLC, working on building generational wealth for my kids. Come on, somebody. I can't answer that for you. Your mama can't answer that for you. Your daddy can't answer that for you. Your husband or your wife or your partner, they can't answer that for you. Your kids, they can't answer that for you. Your friends, they can't answer that for you. Your teachers, they can't answer that for you. Your mentors, they can't answer that for you. You got to answer it for you. Come on, somebody. Stop looking to everybody else when deep down inside, you got the answers. You got the answers. And me personally, there's a quote that says, I am no longer accepting constructive criticism from those of whom have constructed absolutely nothing. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back and for those that are screen recording. I am no longer accepting constructive criticism from those of whom have constructed absolutely nothing. Hello, somebody. You ain't built nothing, and you trying to tell me about what I'm doing over here? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. I will not welcome you into my wheelhouse. Absolutely not. Now watch this. I'm not sure the gamut of spirituality on this live. I'm not very religious myself, but I do believe in two things: the power of prayer and the power of meditation. I can't tell you who to pray to. I can't tell you what to meditate on. But I will tell you there is one language that I speak that is universal, and that's success. Come on, somebody. There is one language that I speak that is universal, and that's success. I know how to get results. Come on, somebody. At the end of the day, if you are not learning from the areas of deficiency that you have not only in your life, but in lives of those around you, you need to do some reevaluations. And one of the things about me is I give my friends the raw truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat things for you, because guess what? The world ain't finna sugarcoat nothing. Any of you that are actually out in the real world, and that's not to say that social media is not the real world, because we recognize that it is an extension of who we truly are deep down inside. But any of those of you that are out in the working world, right? Either working for someone, building a business, etc., you know that the world ain't finna sugarcoat nothing. Business is brutal. Come on, somebody. But it don't have to be. If you sit back and listen, if you lead with love, compassion, integrity, authenticity, transparency. I tell people that work with me that you're working with me and alongside of me. You're not working for me at all. No, 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 no. We are working together, because guess what? I'm still working. I'm still working. I'm still working. And even when you get to where you're trying to get to, guess what? You still got to put in the work. Come on, somebody. You still got to put in the work. Watch this. You can't get complacent with where you are. You still got to put in the work. You still got to put in the work. Watch this. For those of you that are screen recording, make sure you get this. You still got to put in the work. Are you reading? 1 million followers. How I built a massive social following in 30 days. Are you still reading up on your industry? Hello, somebody. The Definitive Guide to TikTok Advertising. How to access 1 billion people in 10 minutes. Are you still reading? Are you learning your industry? Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. But many of you, the reason why you won't break through that threshold, the reason why you won't go to the next level is because you get complacent. Or you've gotten complacent. But I'm here to wake you up. Right here, right now. I Speak is here to wake you up. I'm here to wake you up. I'm here to let you know that this is not the stopping point for you. And many of you that are listening to the sound of my voice, and I don't know who I'm talking to, somebody was thinking about giving up. Somebody was thinking about throwing in the towel. Somebody was thinking about cutting off that friend that they know they should have cut off and should have been cut off. Somebody's getting ready to let go of a relationship that they knew they should have been let go. Somebody's getting ready to leave a job that they knew they should have left months ago, years ago. Somebody is going to start a business and they're apprehensive. Oh my God, talk to me. Spirit, keep giving it to me. Somebody is trying to start a business, but you're apprehensive because you don't know what you need in order to do so. I'm here to tell you Google is free. I'm here to tell you YouTube University is giving out degrees every day. Hello, somebody. In 2023, should not be in your vocabulary. I cannot, should not even be in your wheelhouse. Come on, somebody. It's a matter of won't. Because when you truly want to do something, you're going to do it. When you truly want to make time for something, you're going to make time for it. When you want that, oh my God, I'm talking to somebody. When you want that favorite candy bar, you go get it. When you want to go spend time with your little sneaky link, you go do it. Oh, I'm talking to somebody. Somebody getting uncomfortable right now. My pastor back in the day used to say, if you can't say amen, say ouch. Come on, somebody. You'll spend hours watching your favorite TV show. Hello, somebody. You'll spend hours upon hours building someone else's dream. It's time for you to build yours. Now, let me also say this too, in closing, because I got to shut this down so I can finish the rest of my website and I can go ahead and get me some good rest. Everybody ain't cut out to be a boss. I'm going to say that one more time. Everybody ain't cut out to be a boss. I'm in tears right now. This is some real talk. I'm feeling this. There we go. Listen, I told you. My grandma used to teach us obedience is better than sacrifice. I was sitting here making my website and just meditating on the conversation that me and my homegirl was having. And the Spirit said, get on live. You need to teach. Somebody need to hear you. So I don't know who needed to hear this, but I hope you got something from this. And I truly hope that you heed what I'm saying. Be careful who you are building with. And that's the holistic nature of what I was saying. Be careful who you building with. Everybody can't go where you're trying to go. Everybody can't build what you're trying to build. And let me take a point of accountability. From this moment forward, when I say that I'm going to post one of my lives to my YouTube, I'm going to post it immediately. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care what project I'm working on. As soon as I get off the live and it becomes available, I'm posting it to my YouTube. Because more people need to hear these messages. And it's on me because I'll get, again, taking accountability, I'll get distracted with other projects that I got going on, other phone calls that I get, other things that I'm doing, and I will completely forget. And I want to say that I apologize. So from this moment forward, on April 4th, 2023, at 2:27 a.m., I Speak 1906 is going to post this live as soon as it becomes available. Yes, there are people in this live that needed this word, but there's also someone over on YouTube that needs this word as well. So if you're watching this and listening to the sound of my voice and you've reached the conclusion of this video over on YouTube, I want you to know that I love you. We're here for you. And I go live on my TikTok at I Speak 1906 almost every day. Feel free to pop in, add to the conversation, bring value, And if there's something that you would like for me to speak on, feel free to message me on Instagram. And also, I Speak 1906. I make it very easy for you to find me on social media. I want you to go to the next level. But the only way you're going to get there is by asking yourself, who's going along on this journey with me? Do they mean me any good? And are they truly here for me? Or what comes along with me? Good day.